Welcome back to Who the Fuck Are These Guys? How are you, Mako Shark?
Feeling good, Matty. Feeling actually really good this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to be back. Episode, what is it, 177?
177. 23. MJ from Adesanya.
Israel Adesanya manifesting it. Episode 200. Anyway, let's move on.
Mako Shark, we've spoke about this, but just off the top, Compa.
Now, get a close-up.
Now, I'm drinking the tequila lime. You've got the tequila pine lime.
Pine lime.
Mako Shark, 6%ers. We've got some 4%ers for the intros.
Compa.
Passion fruit.
The hottest new tequila cans on the market.
We had a takeover today at the Royal Derby. We'll get into that. We got Jono Micallef on. We had a bit of a fucking summary with him too. I love when we get the fighters on and we can just do a little summary.
Mate.
We're in Engage, Fook 10, the absolute.
No, I tell you what, mate. I tell you what.
Have you ever seen anyone doing better than us?
Mate, we're flying. Nah, look, Australia's hottest pod.
That's all right, though. Got Compa, Engage, Dabble, KO, all the boys. Royal Derby.
If you don't suck yourself off, who will? That's what I've always said.
Would you suck yourself off if you could? It's a question for you.
Okay, interesting. Look, I think so, right?
Yeah.
Because
you jerk it.
Say you jerk it anyway.
Yeah.
No one says, like, you're jerking a dick, do you? It's your own dick, so you may as well. It's no different.
It's weird. It's a good thought.
It's interesting for an intro, but...
No, but I'd like to hit you with the... I've done it. I've been doing it recently.
If it didn't result in, like, spinal trauma, I think you probably would. Coco, what do you reckon?
I think it's all about where you finish.
Agree. No, I was going to go...
That's a great point.
5,000% agree. You can't... I don't even want to talk about it, but if you're doing it anywhere near yourself, that's completely unacceptable.
I agree with that.
Yeah. It's where you finish. You got to remove yourself from the situation.
Goodbye, Coco.
Perfect. That's why we get on so well, Coco. We're in sync.
Fantastic.
You can suck yourself off, but you can't finish anywhere near your own area.
Well, that's fair.
Even blokes that go to rub and tugs, right?
Yeah.
This is why I think it's just absurd.
Yeah. On yourself?
On your stomach, you're going to get a towel.
It's weird.
That's just not on.
No, it's not.
It's not worth it. Just go home, have a kebab, just be done with it.
Got a big episode, Mako Shark.
Yep.
Is it budding? Would you say budding?
Yeah, budding.
Budding. Young.
Budding.
UFC superstar.
Good word for it.
Jono
Micallef.
And there was a show, Micallef, wasn't there? Very dry, humorous show.
Sean Micallef.
Yes.
Yeah, he
had a show, Micallef. And he was great.
I reckon now Jono Micallef has usurped number one Micallef in Australia.
That's a good word.
You use budding, I use usurp.
No, budding's shit compared to usurp.
Usurped him.
Usurped is huge.
He's 100% now Australia's number one Micallef.
You don't argue.
Sean can fucking take a hike.
Yeah. What else did Sean have?
He did that show. He's been on maybe Full Frontal or something like that, was he?
He had a nice voice.
Yeah. Was he Full Frontal? Sean Micallef? Comedy company?
Yep.
Whatever.
He was. Now, Mako Shark, we as I said at the top, we do a bit of a we do a nice little sort of Q&A with him, right? But when we feel comfortable
we move on.
When they become friends of the pod, sometimes we do a little review. And he was at the fights. Watched the fights today. He wasn't at the fights in Chicago, but he was at the pub.
Yep.
And I think it was great to have a fighter's, nous.
It was terrific. It was terrific to get his thoughts on UFC 319, which went down today. Khamzat Chimaev, Matthew, is now the world champ.
Yeah.
Lerone Murphy did some spinny stuff.
Boys are going to Vegas.
Carlos Prates did some spinny. We're going to Vegas December. Apparently Volk's fighting. I don't know.
Well, we've heard whispers.
We're hearing. So
I think we've rambled. You can take us in, Mako Shark.
Let's get into it. It's our man, the captain. It's Jono Micallef right now.
Who the fuck is that guy?
All righty, who the fuckers. We are very excited, Matthew, this week. A return guest, one of the hottest prospects on the welterweight division. It's our man, mate. I reckon we call him our man these days.
It's our man.
Our man. He's the captain. It's Jono Micallef. He's back on the pod. How are you, mate?
I'm doing fantastic, guys. Still buzzing off those fights. It's good to be here twice. Thank you for having me.
Been a big day, actually, on fights, isn't it?
Well, he's got the golden ticket. He can come as many times
Anytime
you like. Little cashy today out there at the pub. What were you doing there?
Shout him out, actually. Shout him out off the top.
Down at 520, my local. Growing up, I used to go there and play on the Bricky's laptop a little bit. But now sort of taking my own turn and gone as a sponsor.
What was your favourite? Was it more chili? Or the red kangaroo, what they fucking call it? What do they call it? Big red?
Yeah, I didn't really have favourites. I was just there to win money, but it never worked out.
Did you ever win?
Nah, nothing worth talking about. No,
No features to be
heaps
spoken
of,
of?
heaps of losses.
Yeah, it's no good, is it? But good day down there today.
Yeah, awesome. It was good to see a lot of locals some people I grew up with, guys from the gym came down and supported. It was it was a good turnout. Even had my little one, Raphael, was down.
Yeah, how's he going, the little man?
It was good.
Was he the first time?
First time he had, I think he was very young.
Yeah,
You brought him into the studio.
Size of a football back then. He's grown a lot, but a lot of people turning heads at the crying baby, which it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Tell him
wasn't
to
too loved. But
Tell him to fuck off, mate.
Fuck off.
Like, have a kid and then you understand. Like, other kids crying, I don't actually care about as long as it's not mine. I don't give a shit if someone else's kid's crying.
I'll be honest. Sound of kids crying, it kills me.
Well, you know. How old is the young man, though? He'd be, what, just almost a 1 year old now?
almost one, 11 months now. So next month, he's one. It's cool. Just to see him develop and change from like being basically like a potato. You water it and, you
feed it and water it.
Yeah.
And it starts to
And
sprout.
he's nearly in the absolute honey hole of where it gets really good.
It gets better,
when they
mate.
start
It
to
does,
walk and you can have conversations. Very soon you'll be able to say like, what would you like? They'll be like baby chino or hot chocolate. You're going to lose your mind how good that is, right?
I'm already losing my mind, so I can't even imagine what that's
I reckon when they get to 2.5 to 3, my little girl's just turned 3 not long ago. Chef's kiss, mate. It's just beautiful. It is. It's actually beautiful. Blows your
They
mind.
get friends and they all
Daily, my mind gets blown. Some of the stuff they come out with.
How are
They
you
do
guys
listen.
still able to go to the pub so much?
Wow.
We've got great missuses.
We've got strong.
Shout
Well,
them
it's
out.
also a business, Jono. So
Yes, this is
we have a
work,
theory
work.
that we
Got a
say to
work trip.
we say to our wives, we go, if you want to create a company or a business or a podcast or something that affords you the opportunity to go to a pub
I would never hold you
once
back.
a month, we would never hold back. We don't hold back.
He's a smart. Well, I did the same thing. I just got sponsored by one and I can go, but I just can't drink.
You're sponsored by one of the great sponsors, isn't it? The Dr. Social. Is that the dude that does the Dan Hangman 1 minute scraps and that? That's a pretty good dude to have on board.
He's an absolute legend. He's one of my biggest supporters. He started super early too, and he's stayed on track until now. And every camp he's jumped on board. And I'm just so lucky.
I think people don't underestimate. They do underestimate how important it is to have guys like that and sponsors in general when you're just starting.
Yeah,
in the UFC.
Especially when you're just starting, because like we were talking about earlier, guys. You fight and you get paid a little bit, but not that much. And then I've been off on the side for 6 months, so there is no income, and it gets hard, and you're pretty much down to zero. And then you're just like, I've got to do something. And when guys like that jump in, it just makes it all the better. You can actually live.
It's like glitz and glamour. Oh, you've been signed to the UFC, you've made it, you've achieved your dreams, but like you've had one fight so far.
Yeah,
6 months ago now. Don't tell us what your contract is, but I'm sure it's not huge.
No.
6 months' time, that money does not go very far. So you need sponsors like that to jump on board.
Crisis too.
It's a cost of living crisis. You've got a kid. I can't imagine it, mate.
Yeah, it does get difficult, but I think that the passion for the sport and loving what you do just makes it all that much easier.
You know where you're going to.
Yeah,
You got bigger
that's it.
things.
Yeah,
We've spoken to Volk about it.
Yeah.
He was like, he was that close to just quitting at one point back when he was trying. He's a concrete or whatever, and he's misses. He's got people, he's got family telling him, you've got kids, Alex. What are you doing? You got to quit, mate. You got to go get a job. Imagine he had to listen to that, right?
Yeah.
And Alex Volkanovski just like, you know what? Yeah, it's a bit hard.
The parody of him on the concrete job site. That funny video where that would have been
That would have been me. It could have so easily been him, just to be one of the dudes that said, I could have done that, but he never did.
Yeah.
So you've got to think about that and take inspiration that, yes, it's hard now. You got to, commit. And
I think that's what it's all about. I've heard so many people tell me, man, I could have been a fighter, but they stopped me. So it's like, no, you let that obstacle get in your way. You couldn't have. You got close, and you're very talented.
I was going to say, maybe they had the talent, but you couldn't have been a fighter because you quit.
Yeah, exactly.
We've spoke about it. Freaks us out.
the mentality you need.
You guys and girls are so far above the common human with what you endure, what you do with training, the weight cutting, all the pressure of fighting, everything, and you still go out and have unbelievable performances like he did in his debut, Mako Shark, which you should cover, I reckon.
We're going to get into that. Let's actually talk about it.
I love a segue. It was a good segue.
Love a segue. Mate, the debut, February, wasn't it?
Yeah.
February, Sydney. Kevin Jousset.
Yeah.
Which was, when that got announced, Matthew, I was actually quite surprised.
Yeah.
A bloke debuting, obviously a slick as shit performance
Remember
on
what we said
Contender
about it?
series. What do we say?
We said that the UFC must see a lot in him.
That's what, 100%.
Because Jousset at best.
He was, what?
We've got a bit of heat with Jousset because we had a funny sort of, you know that, what's the song, Rowan Keating?
Ronan Keating, you say it best when you say nothing
We
at all.
tagged him and when we got right around
You
him.
say it best we went with.
Yeah, and he never got around us.
He
Guess
didn't
what
like
happened? He met you and
got
now he
back.
doesn't have a job anymore.
Imagine if he did and he
All
was
we
a
had to
friend
do
of the pod.
was-
That's
He had to.
Two friends of the pod. What,
We were
what happens
dangling the
there?
carrot right there. He never took it. So you say it best, but Jono
Unbelievable
Micallef did it
performance.
best.
Oh, he did.
That, I reckon, shocked most people. I reckon they expected you to come out and do what you did that day.
Yeah, I think a lot of people. Look, I did have a lot of friends coming and saying, "Mate, got a lot of money on you. You're the underdog." And
Duke of Canberra, I know, he loaded right up.
We ran into him in the bloody.
Generational wealth is what I heard.
Yeah, a few people said that that's the only reason why the gym stayed alive. He was able to fund the gym. No, okay. He's doing very well up there. But
280 or something, 275.
Yeah, I was one of the biggest underdogs, not the biggest, but I was right down there.
It's one of the toughest debuts, really, because Jousset,
he's a quality fighter, mate.
Comes from good stock, good training partners, bit of a name. Has been around for a long time. They don't normally feed first-time fighters up to a guy like that, and you absolutely showed what you're about in that fight.
And even then, man, like I still think that. Like I've got a lot more to show. Every opponent that you put forward to me, they will bring out the best of me. So you put a tougher guy against me, and you're going to see a lot more.
Did you, when you were in the ring, on the cage, did you feel that? Like, did you go maybe first fight jitters at all? Like when you got in there, and then it maybe took a few minutes, you went, "Hang on a minute, like I'm all right."
In the back, there definitely was, but there always is. You know, you get them, and you sort of just deal with them. You know, like I'm sure that you would have your way of dealing with things that you feel that way about as well. But as a fighter, you sort of just
I'm always jittery when I come in here.
Yeah. You should have seen him trying to go into bat in C-grade cricket. He used to shit himself. And you're walking out in front of a home crowd fighting. It's a bit different.
Yeah.
We do have our jitters though, Mick.
Yeah, but it's just, I think, how you deal with it, you know? Like when it does come, you got to answer it immediately and just like shut it down and do what you got to do.
Once you dug a few of those kicks into the ribs.
I was about to say, remember the slap?
The fucking kicks you landed on that, man.
And the slapping sound through that arena.
That was brutal.
Yeah, it was. Look, I do kick hard, but I also have massive feet. So I think it's the big paddle.
What are we building with
the
here?
big
What do you got?
What do you got?
What do you got? The
We got 13s on these.
No, let's talk about Crooksy's feet.
I got a 15, but I'm 6'6".
Imagine the sound those things would make.
Big 15.
Well, the second I would kick someone, my knee, due to my ACLs, would just explode. So it would be the worst kick in the world, I think.
13 is big though. What height are you?
I'm only 6 foot.
Yeah, so 13 on a 6 foot.
swimmer, I
That's a sizable hoof.
Good hoof.
I've got many jokes just going through my head. I'm not going to go with any of them.
He's a wholesome family
It's
guy.
a wholesome
I could
family
see your brain was ticking then. You're like,
Nah.
his family's going to watch. We'll let that go.
Leave them all. But like,
Good hoofs though.
the kicks landed.
Yeah.
First round, I reckon you went back to the corner and thought, I'm on here. I'm feeling good. But that's a Jono Micallef round.
Yeah, for sure. I think that like the fight itself went really good. I knocked him down the first round. Didn't get to finish. That was a bit of a shame. Could have saved me from a lot more damage and potentially been able to turn around quicker. Yep. But you learn. You know, you take things from that. I definitely think I wasn't as aggressive as I should have been. I gave him too much respect, which tends to happen.
Fair enough in your first fight.
Yeah, absolutely. But now it's just about, you know, taking all that information in and showing it in my next that I have learned. I'm going to be getting better every time. So.
And do you think in your next fight you will go out with that sort of swagger that, you know, because I imagine you've obviously you've had fights, but when you get to the UFC, there's a bit of that trepidation around, do I belong? What am I going to do? And then you fight a guy like that who's well-rounded. And as you said, you probably weren't as foot on the gas. Next time you fight, do you think you're going to go in there with the real swagger that you belong and I'm going to make you have trepidation fighting me kind of thing?
For sure. I definitely think that there's going to be adjustments, but I think the big thing there is just like knowing you have to go in there knowing your opponent, knowing what you may or may not run into. And then from there go about it. And I think it's just fight IQ, you know, develop that and like when to go balls to the wall and when to sort of reel it back a little bit.
I still think a stoppage would have been unbelievable, but it also showed an ability to go
the distance.
Correct.
You didn't fade. Like it was
that,
good.
Because sometimes you say when fighters have an opportunity to win and they don't win early, then it comes back to haunt them. But it didn't with you, which I think showed maturity, which at the grand scheme is probably better in the long run, mate, go Shark.
I think so.
Yeah, absolutely. But how we train, man, I mean, like if I come in there and I'm not able to do that, then I must have done something wrong in the camp.
I always, you've got those fucking cheese grater things going on there. Do you just get confidence from just having that?
Since we were 3.
I don't even know what the fuck those things are, but you've got them. I reckon you've got the best ones in the UFC.
What are they called, those things?
What are those little
obliques?
Yeah, they could be the obliques. I don't know what they are, but you've got them.
I haven't seen one of those things in a long time.
Does that when you've got them, do you just go, I'm on here? Like, no one can stop me.
No.
Well, I
Do you ever
would.
catch yourself, look at yourself in the mirror going, fuck, I've got those things.
Those things are fucking sick.
Coco got those things?
Coco in the
No,
booth.
he doesn't
Get
get
some
those things.
Parmas and cheese and just start grating.
Cheese graters, we'll
Yeah,
call
they're
them.
unbelievable.
I love them.
Because you see the good abs on blokes, but he's got it's like they go up to his lap.
Yeah,
you know.
Jono, the captain, mate.
The captain's-
freaks me out. Freaks me out. How's
Is
the
it
rig?
naturally there for you? Or because you have got a phenomenal body. We don't want to get into a... But he does.
Phenomenal body.
But he does.
He does.
It's an unbelievable
It is a
rig.
good body.
It's a good rig.
Good rig.
Yeah, so I actually started, before I did MMA, I was back probably started from 16 years old. I was lifting weights. So I was actually looking to get into comp and start doing all that sort of stuff. But
Bodybuilding type sort of setup.
exactly, yeah. And I was right about there when just before I hit 19, but found MMA and, mate, I lost a lot of muscle very quickly. But
Okay.
much more effective at using my body, I
But
guess.
you were also on the job site too, doing one of the toughest trades ever. So training to be a UFC fighter and also scaffolding from memory. Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, we did set up some scaffolding, but it was pretty much just construction. Concreting.
Picking up stuff though is what I'm getting.
Picking stuff up.
Picking stuff
And then
up.
you go
Yeah.
and training 3 to 5 hours a day, and then you're picking stuff up. So like, it was a double sort of,
Yeah, that's why you've got these things going.
That's
real
yeah,
good.
but look, mate, there was a lot of blokes I worked with that did not have cheese graters.
I don't think, man, I think there's
because I reckon those guys were having the traveller pies at
Big
Smoko. You were
M's
probably
and
having the
darts.
boiled chicken.
Those
And,
ones.
yeah.
Let's talk second fight, mate. I reckon you've told us off air that you can't give us too many details, which we're a bit flat on, to be honest.
But
But
you're going to put him under the pump here,
we're going
right?
to put you under the pump right now. Perth, September. You've got a fight? Tell us it's true.
I have a fight. Yeah, I've got an opponent. We're still waiting for everything to get cleared up, but can't disclose that,
Can't say.
unfortunately.
It's top
But look,
secret.
it's within the next 2 to 3 months, so hopefully we do get word that it is on Perth. But still just at this point in time waiting for the contract to come through, and then we can talk.
They've
all
given
day
you a
about
couple names, though, that you can start, or a name potentially that you can start working on and getting, get the plan together, maybe?
Yeah, they have given me a name, so at least something I can start to dial into, know the strengths and weaknesses of them.
Whoever that person is, mate, you're fucked.
Yeah.
You know why?
Not a friend of the pod.
They don't. Friends of the pod don't lose, Matthew.
They don't lose.
And we knew that. In Sydney, that was proof was in the pudding.
Right there. Yeah.
I loved when we walked
Do you
into the...
think a friend of the pod has lost?
No, well, that's the conjecture. I don't know if that's
Because
true,
they
mate. I
might
don't know if
have
that's
lost
true.
in the cage, but they might have a family or a good side hustle, so they always go back to something positive.
They're winning
winning
in
in
life.
life. So
That's
friends
right.
of the pod's winning life.
Yes,
Tell
exactly.
you who has one. Is the coach. Have you ever seen a prouder man?
The sharpshooter.
Mate, when we were in that, he was
We love
hugging
Sammy.
us
Yeah,
in
we
front
love
of
Sammy.
Arabella from UFC, and she's like, boys, you got to calm down. We're like, no, we're hugging. We hug.
Man. We love our old Sammy, mate. New gym.
Yeah.
Combat One.
Yeah, he's been grinding. I mean, it's been a big push. He's been fucked around a lot from certain people delivering things and all that, but he's gotten through it. He's been I gained a lot of resilience through this, but he's just about open next week, Saturday. It's an opening date. So if you can come check it out, massive space. We've got a cage, we've got a boxing ring, heaps of mat space, and it's just what we needed. Like we got to a point there where although we had like UFC fighters in and high level fighters, it was hard to get real good training in, especially when the mats are so full. Groups
outgrew
bumping
it,
into each
yeah.
other. Yeah.
And
but,
where is it? What location?
on Old Geelong Road in Hoppers Crossing.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Lovely
nice
part of the
big-
world, Matthew.
It is.
I like the
My
hoppers.
cousin's got a totally workwear out there.
Nick Cody, he's a Hoppers Crossing boy.
He
Yeah,
is.
shout him out.
So we talk about the gym and the expansion and the new location. Is it exciting for you, obviously, because you're in your career, you're going places, doing things, and then you see your coach and see him doing it from a business perspective, and you're almost doing it together. That must be exciting.
Yeah, it really is. It's massive, especially how we started. Like we just used to train the back of one of his other businesses in the back with the pole dancing studio, and it was
Let's talk
it
about
was
that.
quite
Sharpshooter.
the sharp. That's where we got the name from. But yeah, from that small little room that we used to train in to then moving into that other gym space, which was way too small very quickly. We outgrew that in a matter of a year.
The video that he put up, I saw like the timeline of it. Yeah, it was incredibly outgrown.
Yeah. So to see him making moves and me on the trajectory to where I'm going, I'm gonna get to the top.
It's also humbling that you doing it together, really, right?
Yeah,
You're a part of this, right? And you're probably a big reason why he's able to do that, but he's a big reason why you're able to do what you're doing. So it's a very mutual benefactory sort of stuff.
Like Volk and Joe
absolutely.
Lopez sort of stuff.
It is,
100%, yeah,
right? Trust both ways. You're helping, he's helping. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's it. And also, like, I'm still fair weight. Like, I'm 10 years out at least. I've got a long career. But then there will be the segue for me to move and help him out a little bit more,
Exactly.
he'll start to move away from coaching and I'll start moving in. But before
you're
then,
a young man. But if you've got post-fight career aspirations, do you know what you want to do? Because I think that's a trap too for fighters, right?
Yeah.
You're so ensconced in being a fighter. And then you often see fighters go a little bit long because that's all they know. Do you have plans, family plan, what you're going to do after fighting? And we don't want to retire you early, but have you got...
Look, I don't have anything written down.
No.
There's no real book of, X amount of years I'm going to get here and do this. But I think that's just because right now I'm so engulfed in fighting and that's pretty much all my mind goes to.
Yeah.
At some point, I think that, when I am closer towards that day, then I will think about that a bit more. But right now, I'm just thinking about paying the bills now and getting into the cage next time.
And how exciting is it? You do a bit of work with AET as well, with our man Jim Crute, who's also fighting on Perth as well. Like, I always want to, when you've all got fights booked and you're all working towards that common goal and you're getting work done, like, how exciting is it? Like, obviously we love Jim. He's on a bit of a roll now.
Big Jim.
Jake Matthews gets down there. You got Kit Campbell as well, I think, fighting this week.
Yeah. Kit flies out this weekend.
He's fighting the China, the Road to UFC.
Yes.
So, what's the vibe like,
Did you
man?
say the China?
I might have said the China. They should be known as the China, but no, I was going to say the road to the UFC is what I was trying to say. But like, how exciting is the vibes on the mats, man? Like, all you boys working towards the same sort of goal.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I think that like moving around with guys that are also doing so good in the UFC is just like it gives you confidence, but you also know you're doing the work. You go in, and I'm not training with them every day. Don't get me wrong, but when I am with them, it's like we're all learning and bouncing ideas off each other and getting in hard work, real hard work.
Good was it to see Jim get that fucking armbar in, man, the other week? Like,
I don't think there is anyone who is more deserving of that, guys.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like Jimmy, he's been grinding for so long with very little return. Two draws.
5 years have just been a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Oh.
But he stuck with it. He did not let it dishearten him. He's just fucking...
I was away with Adele and her parents, so the in-laws in Tasmania that weekend. At a little Airbnb. I was up on like a loft. Our bed was in a loft. And they're all down there doing like shit that old people would do. And I'm upstairs watching Jim. And I'm up there going, fucking, come on, fucking snap his arm, cunt. Screaming like just obscenities and getting really excited. And my missus is down there trying to explain, like, sorry, his friend's fighting up there. Like, just don't worry about all the things that he's saying up there. But like, it was just so exciting. Like, the emotion that I experienced was massive. So I don't know what guys like yourself would have felt.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think I was up in Abu Dhabi then, and it was a very weird time for us. But when we did, when I did see that, it was actually after the fact, so I didn't get to watch it live. But it was so good just to wake up to that good news.
Jim's back, baby.
I was going to say loft space for the married couple is terrible for you.
Well, there was no rooting, mate.
I was going to say the marital sort of affair, sort of said the loft is echoey and
No. You parked the rooting, mate.
Okay.
That's been parked for a while.
I've just been sitting on that. The minute you said loft, the whole thing I could think, I haven't heard
it. was
it.
a weekend. I didn't have to worry about it. It was fine. I actually enjoyed it. It was good.
Okay, that's great.
You got the little Dale Evie sleeping in there with us. It's all good, mate.
Loft's not great for that, though, in a family sort of.
Don't ever get a loft with the in-laws if you want to.
So the in-laws, though, took the bedroom.
Yeah, because it was a dangerous spiral staircase and we couldn't, you can't have 78-year-old people.
Or they're just
walking
into
up
each other.
They probably were fucking, yeah, to be honest. But talking about, we get off this stupidity.
Yeah, sorry.
Learning is what I want to know about, right?
Yep.
Rob Whittaker. You did a whole lot of work with him. You've been going up to Sydney. I think you were part of the whole camp.
Yeah,
went to Abu
I was a
Dhabi.
big part of it. I think that I first started work with him 8 weeks out. So I went up for 2 weeks initially, and it was sort of just a trial. There's another welterweight in the UFC. They brought me over and they said, come down. Jimmy was actually up there with me too. So it was really good for me to...
Because he's done a bit with Rob over the years.
Yeah, he has. And it's great work. They train real hard. They wrestle hard. They do it all. And it was just good to sit down and sort of like, after the sessions, be with someone of that level and know that, mate, I'm doing well. Like, you know what I mean? I'm giving him good rounds. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then their coach come up to me basically after a session and said, mate, I want you to come back for another 2 weeks because it was initially only just for 2. And I also would like you to come up to Abu Dhabi with me. And for me, that was like, mate, so I am cut from this cloth. You know,
so they've tapped you on the shoulder and said, we want you. It's not you like, that's got to be a good... a bit of confidence building.
And it was also in part because I'm very awkward and interesting movement and stuff, similar to Doretta. Yeah. But also because I'm a great athlete and I'm a good fighter.
And you're a big unit too. For the weight class, you've got the cheese guy, but you're a big boy. Yeah. Like, so he might be middleweight, but like, Yeah, you're a sizable unit.
Yeah, definitely a big welterweight at that for sure. But I think that Rob's also on the smaller side of middleweight. He has made welterweight, whereas like you look at someone like Dricus, I don't think he'll ever be able to cut down to 77.
He's got that massive frame on him.
Yeah, but that being said, I mean, Rob is one of the most athletic guys. Like, he's probably the fastest guy I've ever moved around with. Right? He's just, his ability to blitz in and out is just
you notice different. That when you're doing these 8 weeks of work, like, you can go, oh, shit, like, yeah, he is as good as, like, you think he is.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
You can feel it.
Yeah, it's just like that. The fight IQ, which everyone talks about, it's just there. You can feel that, like, maybe something you got on him on one round, 2-3 rounds later, there's no way you're hitting it on him. He's just like onto it, you know. It's that fight IQ that only comes with time, I guess.
And what was the whole Abu Dhabi experience like, flying over there and being a part of that?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was really good to just be a part of a camp and stuff, but not be the one fighting, you know, just to be around it all, see how the UFC's run. I mean, it is such a well-oiled machine, mate. Like, from me fighting in Sydney to watching things a little bit further back there in Abu Dhabi, it's pretty much run exactly the same. You know what I mean? It's just so well-oiled. What they do is perfect, so there's no need to change it, I guess, But, and it also, I think that, like, being there for the fight and stuff, it just, usually it seems a little bit further away than when it's really, like, in your face, like, just coming back from it. It's sort of like a rejuvenation. Just like, you know, 6 to 8 weeks, let's do this. I'm ready to go, ready to get in there.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. But what did you think of the actual fight and the decision? Because we've seen some poo-pooing of it.
He was so close.
As a man that was involved in the camp and was there, obviously, on the ground, what did you think? Was it? It was close, wasn't it? Like
it was very close. When I was actually there watching it cage side, I thought it was a bit closer than it actually was. I thought that. Like, I don't know who's got this, but after rewatching it, I definitely think like Rob landed the more damage. He probably didn't have as much control time, but like, I mean, if you're just going to hold someone up against the cage and just like,
what's that age-old debate currently? It happens every week. Like, what is more, and control time, damage? Yeah,
I'm a big Whittaker guy here. You know, love Whittaker.
Love Robbie.
But devil's advocate, if he's able to hold him up on Rob should do something to get it out of that situation too. Yes, without
you are right.
Like. You know what I mean? That's probably the argument on the other side, right? If someone's able to control and you can't get out of it, well, they're obviously doing something that winning.
Yeah, I get you. But if you're standing, I mean, like they're just waiting for their moment. But if you get them down, you control them from the ground. I think that's a little bit different. His back's on the mat. There's not much he can do from there. But
we did see today, there was a couple of stand-ups that probably weren't relevant, like weren't warranted. So maybe they stood him up once. Yeah, in a different fight, they might have got separated. Rob would have got that opportunity.
Well, we saw it actually during the week. Contender Series, Georgie Mangos, friend of the pod. Did you watch that fight on Contender Series? That pissed me off.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't believe. Like obviously, yes, I get it. Like maybe George has to stop takedowns, but that dude didn't want to fight.
Yeah. Cut his nose off to Spidey's face.
He cut his own nose off to Spidey's face. He threw the baby out with the bathwater, and then no one got a contract because the dude just fucking stalled for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
He threw four significant strikes for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he wants to get on the mic and act cocky about it. But like he wrecked not only his chance, he wrecked George's chance as well. Like so this is where I mean, like this control time sometimes can be overrated.
Especially in Contender Series, I think that's a big one where it's like the whole motto of the show is to go out and make it exciting.
Impress.
You know, once you're in the UFC, you're on contract. A win is a win. You know, you're not gonna worry too much about how I win. You just want to get that win. A bonus is beautiful if you can get it, but
it's almost a different league, isn't it? You're there to either snap an arm or a leg or knock someone out. You're not there to win because
halfway through the second round, I knew neither man's getting a contract out of this. This is bullshit.
Yeah. He did get close to a flying knee though. Fucking
if he hit that, he would have got a contract.
Yeah. Do you think George looked as he normally did in that fight?
I don't think he did, but I'm not going to profess to have watched every one of his local fights, but I know from watching his body language and seeing him after the fight when he let out the big fuck, I think he
would have been disappointed.
I think he was probably tactically
might be disappointed that he almost instigated the first takedown in that first round as well. Maybe he shouldn't have done that. Maybe he should have. Yeah, what do I know? I don't fucking know. But
what do you think? You're probably the one we should ask.
I feel like in his previous fights, he's shown to be a lot more smart with how he defends takedowns, and he was sort of like almost flowing to next position, but without fighting the position first.
Yeah.
But is it levels though? Is this Radley guy just better than anyone who's ever fought before? And it's hard?
Potentially.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah. But I do think that George normally looks better than what he did, so maybe it was just the first time international.
Dana invite him in, shake his hand. I think everyone knew that was probably
I think I've got no qualms in saying I think we'll see George Mangos in the UFC before we ever see Radley De Silva.
Yeah.
That dude, he cooked it.
Yeah,
He might have won the fight.
What's next for him, though?
You fucked it, mate.
You win, but then where does he?
He can fuck off, as far as I'm concerned. Like Dana White, mate, he'll have to get a few good wins to get invited back.
Yeah.
Whereas I think George, I guess he comes back. Like, you were in the same situation, right? Where you feel like you've grown out of the regional scene, right? And then you went to Contender, obviously got the win, slick as shit, and you're into the UFC. But say you lost that, say that happened to you. Would you just come back and fight at Hex again in Eternal? Or is it kind of like you feel like you've dumped your ex-missus and you can't go back to her?
No, you have to. You have to. You couldn't, unless you're like looking at hanging up the gloves. But I mean,
you have to,
I'm a far way away from that.
How hard would it be mentally to readjust where to go and have that?
We've had him on and he's like, I'm done with the original scene. This is it. I'm going. My trajectory.
It would be hard though, wouldn't it?
And then you got to.
But then you got to come back and then respect everyone because there's still some killers, right?
Yeah,
so
I would use that as a bit of a
motivation.
That would motivate me absolutely. Like
and
I've
21.
He's 21.
That's it. Yeah.
If he was 41, it's like fuck, hang him up. But 21, like come on.
I think like when I was 21, I'd only just made my pro debut.
That's it.
Put that into consideration.
He's
fucking right there.
Because we were with him in Miami though as well. He's
dialed in.
He's about it, right? Because we were telling him like don't follow what we're doing in Miami. You do, and he knew. He was training every day.
Like,
he was meeting people. Yeah,
come drink some piss.
Come
with the
on,
boys. He's like,
but like for a 21-year-old to be that dialed in, with two idiots trying to get in,
because he had the hype behind him. He's got the management. He's in Contender Series, and he was on that trajectory. It's kind of like in your mind, you're like, oh fuck, I got to go back now, but. He's 21 years of age.
Yeah,
He'd probably be back on Contender Series. He's 22.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
but I feel like before he had all those things, even before you've got your good management, you're a big star, everyone's back, and you're still going to have that same mindset, and that's what made him special. You know, like that's him. And if he loses that, then maybe you've run astray from what's going to get you to the dance.
Look, I'm confident he'll be back.
I'm confident.
I reckon.
Tell you what I'm confident about. We can get a bit of a UFC review with our man. Before. I don't know how long we've got him for, but while we've got him here.
You on the clock? You got to get home to the kid, or you enjoying a few hours away from him?
People love to hear from us, but it's nice to hear a review from a bloke that actually knows how to fight.
No, I love to get the opinions of actual UFC fighters. Did you obviously at the pub watching 319 today?
Yeah, between looking after the kid and I was there.
Where should we start, Matthew?
I think the Kai Asakura.
Yeah, actually, let's talk about this. It will come up a couple times. Yes. He was a rising champ.
We had Tim Elliott, now multi.
We'll get into the Picogram soon because I think Bellator is just completely fake. Just never existed.
Like Coco screens.
As far as I'm concerned, Bellator is fake and none of them are any good at all. But yeah, Asakura comes in. He obviously fought for the belt not long ago. Got beaten by Pantoja.
He fought from the belt for the first
Yes. Debut in the UFC. He was fighting for the belt.
What was that about, by the way?
Because flyweight had nothing left.
Okay, so let's bring a guy in.
Yeah, and he had all the hype. He's a rising champ. Yeah. He's a gun. Like he was wrecking dudes. But now he's in his second fight up. He gets fucking, what did he get, subbed?
He got subbed.
Subbed by Tim Elliott.
Too.
Like, where does that
good early?
Where does that put you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that now he's going to have to, he's got a lot of making up to. But what I couldn't believe is the first round, Tim Elliott cops a massive head kick.
Yeah.
Takes him down off it and wears it like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like, good on here. Like, I think that just goes to show the level of the UFC athletes.
Jono's got impeccable feathers, but I thought Tim Elliott's feathers early were actually working against him because they were sort of flopping in his. You had to keep.
They'll get in the way.
Well, I get rid of them, right? Like, that's not why I got rid of him. I'm actually just bald. But could you see the feathers were annoying him early, I thought.
I was drinking way too many Compa cans, to be honest. I actually can't remember the feathers.
Can we just comment on the feathers? They're unbelievable.
Well, yeah, you had big long feathers. You trimmed them off, and now they're
Geez, that's the
way
height
back.
of them, though. I tell you, I'd pay big money on the black market.
Do a bit of that.
See,
look at that.
Look at them. See
Tim
Elliott
they don't quite move like they used to.
Look at a shampoo sponsor on board.
Let's go, Dove. Look us up.
Then there was a lot of spinning shit going on today. There was a couple of spinning knockouts, which was exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't happen often. What was the first one?
Carlos Prates.
That was the first one.
Yeah, wow, he looked good. Like, I've got to say, he looked
a jet.
Super sharp. His ability to time things and just like when he decides to go and it's like he pulls the trigger and he's just sharp.
He's a bad man.
A friend of the pod who's out there, Harry, actually mentioned they refused to show the sequence that led to the because he threw one like an elbow straight up the front. Then he hit him. But that, with the highlights, they kept talking about the actual, but it was probably the one that he set him up with, was showed a bit of tactical nous about.
I didn't actually pick up on that. See, but them being two southpaws, I think that the spin sort of is always a bit more open because they're always moving to that direction. So that's just timing.
It's a ballsy move, isn't it? Turning your back on your opponent.
Yeah, especially as the guy who's not known to be a good grappler. Like, if you're a good grappler, you don't mind getting taken down because you know you're going to get back up, or you'll at least be good there. For him, he's just like sending it and not worrying about the consequences.
What do we think's next for him?
He's a bad man. I like him a lot. Well, he's 170, your division. He's a welterweight killer. Is that someone that you look at? Obviously, a bit early probably now, but would you see yourself in the ring with someone like Carlos Prates? And I think so, definitely. I think it's probably a better matchup for me, honestly. He's a tough fight and someone I'll still have to work a fair ways to get there, but he's a southpaw, he's long, but I feel like he probably won't be as strong through the body. Just someone that you'd want to mix it up a little bit with and take him down and smash him.
It must give you confidence, though, seeing how quick he's had a shot, rise to fame quickly. The UFC loves. We talk about they love when someone
to the moon if they
want to get in the back here, they'll give you every opportunity, and that's the guy that's taken it. So that must be, as a guy in the weight class, you have a couple of good results. You just know they'll shoehorn you into better opportunities quick. They don't care about, which I love. I think that's really good.
I love it.
Boxing hurts themselves when you got a star, but you got to keep fighting just because they say you should. Where the UFC will put you on a rocket.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's when it comes down to the performances you have. Like sort of what we spoke about earlier is like in the Contender series and coming up, you want to win in spectacular fashion. And in the UFC, it's sort of you draw away from that a little bit. But if you want to get there quick and you want to go to the top, that's how you're going to do it.
It's a balancing act, isn't
there? Yeah, just come in
Dana
and
White's
smash
unashamedly. You just know he loves. If you had 10 fights and one on decision, he'd probably say great. But if you've had 10 fights and knock people, he just loves. He loves it. He's a bit of a sicko for that. He loves a finish, which is good.
We all?
Yeah, we are.
We all love it.
Yeah, I love it.
Like with the NASCAR, we went to Vegas. We're watching the NASCAR.
Those
People
rednecks,
were booing when the cars were moving around normal. The crowd's booing.
Yeah.
One guy spun out. They've all popped. It's like Americans.
Unashamed. It's ridiculous.
What was next?
No, well, let's talk about the real deal, Jeff Neal. He got knocked the fuck out. I didn't realise this.
Jono knows what his side job is.
I was going to say, I didn't realise this. Did you know this, right?
Fact, too. He's not being silly.
Right. How old is he? Like whatever, he's 30, whatever. He's had 20. How many fights has he had in the UFC? He's had 20 plus fights, I reckon. 15 fights.
Yeah, he's a vet.
He's a genuine veteran of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know he still waits tables for a living?
No shit.
He waits tables at like some restaurant in Texas.
He's 34.
34. He's had a billion fights, and he's fucking. I don't know if it's because he needs to pay the bills or if he just
bills. It could be
maybe he just wants an outlet and he just likes getting tipped at the end of the shift.
I don't know. How good would his tips be? If Jeff Neal comes up to you and says, "How was your service?" You fucking signing 50%.
But after today, he got cooked. Well, hands of steel, Jeff Neal. We got a new nickname.
Out straight back to the tables.
I got a new nickname for him. I'm calling him Main Meals of Steel. Jeff Neal, mate. Wrap it up. Jeff. Sorry, Jeff, but how's that? Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah, that is very interesting. Maybe it's just something he likes to do. Maybe it's awkward
because he was at the pub today waiting tables. That's what
I don't think he owns it.
I was doing that. I just kept that secret.
Feel like you've just ruined his whole side hustle. But me and Jeff Neal are waiting tables.
The big fucking waiters. Nah,
Jono's not waiting tables.
Nah, my side hustle's the old cheese grater, showing that to people.
OnlyFans. Get going on that.
Just the graders, though? You show nothing else, just zoom in on the graders.
Just those little fucking things.
So he's back to the drawing board at 34.
I think... Yeah, look, I don't want to speak ill of Jeff Neal, but who gives a fuck at this point? It's all about Carlos Prates at this point. Whatever. But
what's next?
Who else did some spinning shit?
Lerone Murphy.
Lerone Murphy. Bang. As I said before, Bellator is fake. It never existed. You're all frauds. Aaron Pico come in with a bit of hype.
Yeah.
He made the cardinal sin during the week of mentioning Alex Volkanovski's name, which I'm telling you right now, mate.
They're 0-2, blokes have done that.
Don't fucking do it. Don't do it. Don't talk about Alex Volkanovski.
Pre-debut.
Ever, if you're from Bellator.
Who was the other guy?
Fucking Patchy Mix talking shit. AJ McKee talks shit. They all talk shit,
and
mate.
And the other guy with the guy we interviewed in Miami.
Pitbull was talking Volk. No.
They all lose.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
That's the three now. They all came up.
They all get shown up because I think there is levels to this sport.
Yeah.
And Lerone Murphy,
good early, though.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah, you got to give it to him. He came out hard and fast.
Looked fit and healthy.
He was getting his angles real well, but I think I do think Lerone did pull him out because he sort of he cut an angle real hard. And from there, that's where you want to be as a fighter. You know, that's where you crack people. But Lerone read it really well. And that's sort of like the big counter to cutting big angles.
Unbelievable.
He doesn't have a big name in the sport, but he's undefeated, I think.
He is.
And he just keeps racking up victories.
And as we said, shows how good our mate
super well-rounded
Coolibao did against him.
Joshy Kuya went 3 rounds, went the distance with him. Dana, if you're watching, get him back, please. Fuck you. But as I said, Lerone Murphy, I think he's fighting for the title next.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
Yeah. Well deserved.
I agree.
It is. He's had some good wins.
This comes back to what we were just talking about, like big wins. And it's not just about winning, it's how you win it.
Yeah.
And he's just done a massive win. And immediately Dana goes,
on a co-main, on a pay-per-view.
You put them in Vegas, headline, no one poo-poos that.
Well, that's where someone like Movzar, who's been everyone he obviously had the fight and pulled out with injury. He's never been able to do that.
Yeah. That being said, there's always going to be fans that say, hey, mate, he was a Bellator fighter.
Yeah.
He hadn't even fought in the UFC. So there's always going to be people, but the fans, I'll be excited to watch
there was big hype on him because when we were in Miami, they actually wheeled him out. Do you remember that?
Pico got the big...
He got a full...
he got the red carpet
press conference. They did an after event with the crowd and they brought him out and did a full 20-minute sit down.
Yeah.
He had a nice suit on and they were like, John Anik was talking him up and how, I think they put a lot of... I think they wanted him to be the guy that probably carried the division after Volk. That's what I got the feeling.
Felt like it.
And then he just got slept. They had to physically open his mouth, which I've never seen before. I don't know if you noticed that.
No, I didn't get that. No.
Yeah, they were trying to get his mouth gut out, but his mouth was shut and they were sort of forcing. Yeah, it was not good. And he was asleep for a long time.
It's not good. But Lerone Volk, I reckon December is getting me very excited because, I've been excited to see Volk again.
Tell your wife you're going?
Actually, you do it. Just talk to our missuses down the barrel and just say the boys are going to go back to America to see the Volk because you have to.
Ladies, I am sorry, but your husbands are going to be away to see the Volk in December.
Could be Volk's last fight. You just don't know,
Well, you don't.
You have to be there, witness history.
And if it's not, then you'll be there for this one.
And who's to say it wasn't us being in Miami that inspired him to win?
I think that inspired him.
So, we need to be there, yeah? Mm. So, good by you.
Main event. This is a big talking point, this one.
Main event, the main event.
We all thought it would sort of half go down like that, but it was...
Look, I don't know what you thought. I think we were all pretending maybe, I know I was, that Dricus maybe had a big chance. Yes. I think maybe we were trying to act like it's 50-50.
I was.
Back in my head, I always knew Khamzat's just a freak. He's just he's unrelenting, he's relentless. I don't think you can stop him.
He nearly got stopped.
What do you reckon? His takedowns are just fucked.
Yeah. I think that his ability to take people down and to do it with such ease.
The ease is the big.
Is there anyone we've seen to be able
to been able to stop it?
Khabib Conor, Conor really gave him a hard time to get him down. But before Dricus, it's like you knew he was going to come and do that, and you still couldn't stop it.
He knew. You can't stop it, no matter how good you are.
I feel like Rob fought it quite very well. He fought the hands and stuff. Yeah, definitely. And the mouth obviously gave way on him.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, it's who's going to stop it?
Well, I had an over-under first takedown, 10 seconds I put the line at, and he did it in 7 seconds.
Is that right?
You had him down in 7 seconds. You can't stop that initial.
No.
He's just a fucking...
DDP's got quite short, that's quite crap legs.
Yeah, I haven't paid too much attention to his
crap
legs.
South African legs.
He's got Bill Goldberg, if you look at Bill Goldberg as a wrestler, had the big rig. But if you look at his pins,
well, John Jones has got very small legs,
toothpick pins. And I think when you've got a guy trying to take you down, you got to drive through your legs.
What's hips? Is it more hips?
Definitely the hips, but I think that Dricus was going for guillotines on him, so he must have thought, I'm going to surprise everyone and catch him.
Dustin Poirier shit
doesn't work. That's sort of prayer stuff.
Doesn't work.
How often have we ever seen that? Really?
Not against the bloke Khamzat level.
No. Yeah,
really? You're not going to land a guillotine and just sub him. Fuck off.
I've said it. I don't think he likes getting punched in the face, Khamzat, because you saw he got one good one in the last round, then he backed off instantly.
That's I think that's a great point. Can you name anyone who likes it?
Well, I think most fighters do because you do fighting, right?
Yeah, he's a fighter.
But some guys like it more than others. I don't know. He's got this.
I don't like getting punched in the face.
But what I'm trying to say is sometimes the people get and they walk forward.
Yeah.
And sometimes they get and he walked back straight away. It just took 5 rounds for it to happen. And you saw he nearly got his back, nearly tapped him out of one punch.
Yeah.
It's strange for me, for a guy that's so evil and got the wolf thing and he's all, I'm evil. But he got one punch to the beak and he was like, I don't know if I want to be,
Well, yeah, I guess. We saw him in that war with Gilbert. It's probably the only time we've actually seen him stand and bang, but...
Says the bloke on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. And those are the fights
that
that sort
getting
of
punched in the face.
gave
never been.
Dricus that chance, in my opinion. You know, like against Usman and against Gilbert, when he did go the 3 rounds, he looked good, but he didn't look anywhere near the level of fighter in those first rounds.
He faded a lot in those fights.
Yeah,
He didn't really fade today. Like, obviously, Dricus on top at the very end, but he didn't fade, did he? Like, it was a comfortable 5-0.
Yeah.
And who do you think in that division can actually cause any concern?
Look, there are a few. There's Imavov. You got like Kaio. Costa looked good in his last, but I think that there's like a big divide between the levels.
I'd love Secret Juice to beat him. That'd be so good.
I'd love him to do it, but I think I'd love him to win. I like the Secret Juice. Yeah, I like Secret Juice, but I think Khamzat fucking steamrolls him.
Yeah, no, definitely. What about MVP? That would be an interesting matchup. Can he move?
Nah, he gets taken down.
He had a look today a little bit more like an Anderson Silva feel to me.
He looked very cocky early. He was flowing. I thought, but then Cannonier got him down in the third round. See what Khamzat going to do to him, mate? Going to wreck him.
He'd stop him for sure.
And KO Imavov fight in 2 weeks, I believe. So we'll find out what happens there. But
I will say also, DDP should be really praised for his ability to not be finished. He had 3 or 4 crucifixes.
No one really gets out of one crucifix. Well, you had about 4 of them on him.
Back every round. He had like full mount. He had side mount. He had every possible option to be beaten, and he somehow didn't. So he's got a heart of gold.
He's got heart.
I'm still more excited to see what Dricus does from here. He's such an exciting fighter. I mean,
do you think he should get a rematch? Shouldn't he?
No.
I don't reckon.
Not an immediate. God no.
No.
God no.
You beat Izzy.
Yeah, but don't give a fuck.
You don't get an immediate.
You can't run that fight back straight away.
Can't you?
Not on my watch.
Not a 50-45 away.
I thought he's been a really solid champion, though.
He's had a couple of defenses, lovely, but you don't
Good defenses, though.
You don't get steamrolled and then get a
So who do you want him to fight?
Well, this is what I think. And it could look. This sport's about timing.
Mate, let's do it.
No, I think this is perfect. Fluffy Hernandez is the man. The bloke's a fucking animal.
You like the fluff ball?
I love the fluff bag. Like, he goes out there. He's wrecking blokes.
The fluff bag.
What he did to Delidze last week was, I think, more impressive than what Khamzat did today.
Like Fluffy on
that was a man against a boy last week against Delidze. He absolutely
shades of Cain Velasquez back, and
wasn't it, mate?
You want Fluffy? You want Fluffy DDP?
That's a fun fighter to watch too, isn't
because it's someone has to match Khamzat head to head with wrestling.
Fluffy DDP or Fluffy Khamzat?
I want Khamzat Fluffy. I want title shots.
You're Khamzat Fluffy.
Title shots, because timing's everything.
Boot him in.
Timing's everything in this sport.
Okay.
They're giving blokes that are ranked 7, 8, 10 title shots if timing works.
You like the fluff.
Let Kaio and Imavov fight in a couple of weeks. I'd book Fluffy, mate. That bloke's wrecking dudes. And he's
what would Jono do? He's
kind of a cool operator.
Jono.
What would I do?
Yeah.
As in, who would I like to see Khamzat fight next?
Your fantasy booker for us.
Imagine Khamzat Stylebender.
Oh,
I don't want it.
No, I'm off there.
I don't want to see my boy.
Honestly, I think that Imavov's probably got the best chance. Oh, and it's still like there's a clear divide between the top and everyone else.
He's high on Imavov.
What's
he's a big
Imavov's
Imavov guy.
wrestling like? Is he?
I feel like he's probably one of the better ones, one of the better wrestlers.
I get Imavov confused with the other bloke. Who's the bloke that Rob starched?
Yes.
Askarov, Alisarov.
Yeah, that's probably me. Just, having too many compers, but I get them confused. Well, you replaced regular water for but he beat Izzy, didn't he? Not that long ago. People have forgotten about that.
Yeah, he did.
I don't want to see Izzy versus Khamzat. God bless you. I love my boy Stylebender, but
episode 200, Izzy will be on this podcast.
Yeah, shit, yeah. What's this? Episode 177. So 23 week. Can you also just say that down the barrel? Episode 200.
Episode 200. You're going to see Stylebender on Who the Fuck.
We're manifesting.
And he'll never lose again.
We're manifesting it.
Mate, we've had him on for a while. I don't know if we told him that he'd be on for this long.
Hasn't been
We've
that
had
long.
some screen issues and
we'll send the invoice. It's all right.
What else have we got?
Well, look, I'm just glad that he was here, and I'm annoyed he can't give us a name on air.
Yeah, we can't get a name.
We're not journalists.
I just like hearing from blokes that have been in the UFC get their first fight. Have you felt different? Like, you had that win? Do you go home and feel like, all right, I'm leveling up? Like, you go back to camp. Do you just feel like you're evolving as a fighter, or is it you just sort of, it just feels like another day?
I always feel like I am because I started so late. I feel like I'm constantly getting better, And the best way to like test that is to move around with Jimmy and Jake and other guys that are also getting better, and you can tell, okay, where am I at? Yeah. Even moving over with Rob and training down there with him, it's like when you move around with and train with guys that are who you consider to be a high level, who are right at the top, and then you can see how you do with them, and then a few months down the track you do it again, and that's when you really, well, for me, when I feel like I'm doing better. But after fighting, I feel like people treat him differently more than anything,
Yeah.
This UFC star, he's this and that. But it's just like, mate, I just fought. I just did I had a fist fight, but it was in a bigger cameras and more lights.
What did you feel when you went back into the change rooms afterwards? Was it like a sense of relief, or you were always because you must carry the weight of a lot of other people, like your family, your friends. Like everyone's like, oh, Jono, it must be hard, as a young man and you get that first win and you're like, okay, I belong here. Like,
Definitely. But I think I'm wired a little bit differently where it's like, I actually feel like immediately there is a sense of relief, but then after that is like, okay, now I've beaten him, so the next guy's going to be harder. So you get yourself prepared for that mentally more than anything, because it's like, this is what I'm doing. I'm fighting. Every guy I fight's going to be harder. Next time I see him, I'm in the big leagues now.
It's like, you achieved your dream to make the UFC, but it's actually the opposite. Like, it's now it's like, we've done all this work to get there, and it's like literally erase everything. You're starting fresh, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm the new kid in the block, and it's like, if I keep winning and getting devastating victories and KOs, I'm going to be fighting the best in the world at some point, and I think that I am one of the best in the world, and get to show that soon, man.
I fucking believe that too.
So do I.
Like, we suck off most of our guests, but I actually believe that. Seeing what you did to Kevin Jousset on debut, I think people are sleeping.
Oh, I agree.
What Jono Micallef's going to get done, mate?
Wake up.
Wake up. Wake the fuck up.
Wake up.
September 28, is it? 9? It was 27? 28? It's grand final week, which actually pissed me off. I don't know if you care about football, but...
It's a bad...
What goes first for you, MMA or...
No, mate. MMA can fuck right off. Geelong Cats.
For a fight night in Perth, if the Cats are in, mate...
It's grand final, and my mob's like potentially on top of the... Oh, hang on. I've just looked at the football live. We're on here.
Oh, yeah?
So the Cats are...
You happy now? Can you podcast properly?
I can podcast free of stress. But no, I love the footy, mate. I bleed blue and white for the Cats. But yeah, why grand final weekend? Fuck the UFC,
it's annoyed me because Freo is in the finals, which is stupid because they're from Perth. What my argument is, I know the UFC is big. We don't care. My argument is if Freo somehow made the grand final, the whole city will be locked out of like all the venues.
Yeah, but I've told you this.
I know.
They don't care. They don't give a fuck.
I'm talking of the activation for the event. It's going to be stupid.
But Frio's not making the grand final.
Yeah,
they're not. But they could.
But you think Dana White's sitting there going,
he's not.
Oh, what's Freo? Where are the Freo on the ladder? Like, are they in the top 4?
A panic call would come if they made it though, and every pub's locked out for sportsmen.
But you know what? It's the day before, so it doesn't matter. The fact that the fights.
I'm turning the leader.
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
It matters for me because if the Cats are in the grand final, I actually can't go to the fights. Like, I can't do it. So, I love you, but I won't be there.
It's disappointing, isn't it?
I'll see you at the fights anyway then.
I think we've got probably, 8 or 9 friends of the pod on that card.
Every bit of.
Is that exciting as well? Just another, before we wrap it up, just having all Aussies on a card must be super exciting because you just all, it's like,
all great.
It's like, it's like football almost, going on a footy trip. You're all going away together and just fighting for the common good.
Yeah, it is awesome. But I think that there's sort of two sides to look at it. It's like you're a part of the big team and the team goes in, or you're fighting internationally, you're the only one and everyone's sort of supporting you, So there's the two ways. But I've only had the one, I guess Contender Series can sort of count as the local Aussie boy out there on his own. But my UFC debut, I was a part of heaps of other Aussies, so... My next will potentially be the same.
But that's good. You want both. In the third fight, you probably want to go over to and experience it over. Yeah, maybe Vegas. Let's talk about that.
We already spoke about it.
On air or was that off air?
He said, no, he said that's the goal. He wins, he goes to Vegas.
That was off air.
Volk. He was sitting right there when
Volk apparently is fighting December against Lerone, is what I'm hearing. So you go through that fight unscathed in September, get on that card, yeah?
Yeah, I would love to, man. That'd be awesome. I always said I want 3 this year, and like the layoff that I've had 6 months, I've only ever had a layoff that big from when I got married, and it wasn't by choice. I mean, I got married obviously by choice, but this time around it was not by choice.
Are you sure, Mrs.
I didn't
Micallef?
get married by choice. It was
but this time around was just didn't happen in time. But I would love to get another fight in and go. But I have a name, I have a date, and that's what I'm focused on fully at this point in time.
You don't have a name yet.
No, we've got a name. He just can't tell us.
Oh, that's the name. That's right. He just won't break it for us.
It's all right. We're not news breakers. We're not clickbait artists on this pod. So
we are Australia's hottest,
but
and we have blokes that do the fooking. So.
We all do the fooking, mate. It's been a pleasure having you on. We can't wait for you to go over there, September, whatever the fuck date it is, 28th or whatever it was. Get another good win, and the captain gets it done, I reckon.
We love the captain.
We love the captain. Thanks for being on, brother.
Thank you for having me, fellas. It's a pleasure.
As you can see, a beautiful drink, but also a beautiful intro. And a beautiful fucking guest and a beautiful interview maker, Shark. I don't know who's ever ever spoke about self-suck into an interview with Jono Micallef, but fuck, we did.
No,
and
that
it was
was
just glorious.
Great interview, great chat with our man Jono Micallef. I like him a lot, mate.
Oh, I really like him.
I actually really like him.
Sometimes I like him,
Yeah.
and then sometimes I have a little special spot.
love him.
He's in the special
No,
spot.
he's going to get himself right
He's
in
got
that.
those bits, as you said.
Oh, mate, get a picture. Can we edit the pick into these things, mate? Gee
these
whiz. He is going to, whoever this man is, that he's not allowed to tell us, but
Yeah.
we've heard.
Yeah, we've heard whispers.
We've heard. We're not going to say anything. Tell us something. We're like a vault.
Vault.
We're like a vault, baby. We're
We
a
don't
vault,
do
Jerry.
Break shit.
Jerry, we're a vault.
We're
It's a
a
vault. This bloke's going to get bashed.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. You're in trouble. September 28th, I think, 27th, I don't know. Grand final weekend. Jono Micallef, he's going to breeze, mate. They're going to be 2-0 in the UFC.
Yeah.
Love it. He's a good man. Good fucking Hoppers Crossing boy. Melbourne boys.
Crusher.
We fucking...
Crusher's from Hoppers Crossing.
Look, yeah, man, the Crusher,
Nick
Cody, yeah.
Shout out to Nick Cody, fighting in, not fighting,
Football.
playing a Legends game in a couple of weeks.
playing.
We're going to get down there.
We'll get to the end there, won't we?
And they've moved him from the Victorian team.
Well, we spoke about
the
this at the
All-Stars.
pub, actually.
It's
Why
very
the
strange.
fuck is he not playing
Tell
for
you
the
what I think's
Vicks?
happened. Just, look, all due respect to Crusher, but I think what's happened is
Too many other
the
stars.
Victoria team has filled up.
Full.
I'm going to ask Coco to maybe get the lineup up for the Vic team.
He's fucking stacked.
I think what's happened is they've filled up the side.
We've run out of
and then
spots.
they've seen Crusher and gone, look, mate, we're going to have to just put you
The
over.
All-Star. You can play with the
He's
Taswegians.
with Gorringe, though. Gorringe is on that other.
There'll be some Jets.
I think some Jets.
Fucking Jets on that team.
We'll be down there.
He gets to run around an oval
Yeah,
with Gary Ablett Jr. running past.
correct.
Mate, that is just...
Well, I'm actually going to put this down. I'm going to put this out there right now.
Talk about suck yourself.
We are the hottest podcast globally.
We're probably on there. You should get a gig.
and a ruck dynamo. Next year, I want to be on that fucking game.
You would be, pound for pound, the best ruckman/podcaster in Australia.
You can't beat me in the taps.
Maybe Gorringe probably get you in the ruck, you reckon? He's pretty
Nah,
tall.
he's soft.
He's a podcaster.
I'd take him.
You versus Gorringe, I reckon, for the top podcast ruckman.
He's not a ruckman.
No, he's not, but if he was playing local level, he
Nah,
probably would.
He would. No, he would
probably
been.
fucking fill you in.
Yeah, he'd fill me right in.
Yeah, but
He'd fill me right in. But
Well,
let's
the
put
girls.
that aside.
Mm.
Next year, I want to be in that fucking game.
We'll make that
if
a
Crush
mission.
is in that game, I should be in that game.
next year. Because they're doing it now every year, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
good.
back.
Tell you what's back
Yep.
this week.
Boxing.
Boxing is back, baby, in this country. No limit. Huge card, August 20th.
Yep.
ICC Theatre in Sydney. Who's going?
We are.
The boys.
It's a delightful theatre.
The boys are going.
It's a really good spot down there. I tell you, I've been
Yeah,
to Sydney
yeah.
the last month,
Nice city.
every week. I'm starting to really warm to Sydney.
Got some really good
The public
bars.
transport
Yes.
system is fucking unmatched. You can get off your plane, get on a train, and be in the CBD within 9 minutes.
Yes.
There's also a really fast boat that takes you to all these spots, and that's $10.
beautiful harbour.
Harbour's just
Shits on Port Phillip, doesn't it?
oh mate, it's a great spot. Beautiful bars.
Speaking of Sydney, just quickly, Coco, my mob Geelong, are we currently still winning? Just trying to get a quite live update.
I'm looking up the
The
Legends game.
ICC theatre.
Yeah,
now,
94 to 60.
Yeah, lovely.
You're
30
fine.
points.
You're fine.
Fuck you, Sydney.
This is big. We've often spoke about the KO. We love KO. And the midweek boxing cards, but
Yeah.
they fucking deliver. I love sitting on the couch watching them, texting you. We're often potting. But now we're going to be there.
We're going to be there. KO.
We're covering it. And you saw last week, new friend of the pod.
Who? My memory's hazy. Who was last week?
Who was on the podcast last week that was a new friend of the pod?
Get about that music.
Michael
Oh, of course.
Zarafa.
Yes.
Fucking-
Of course.
You're dope.
No, I'm a
Come
dope.
on, Mike.
No, I was joshing for the
Of course
audience.
you were joshing.
Yeah. Mate,
Yes.
you friend of the pod.
Best buds, you and him now.
Michael Zarafa.
Lovely fella.
We got on like a house on fire.
We did.
When he doesn't want to bash my skull in, it was fantastic.
We thought we could have been walking into a trap. Mature.
No, we got on.
He welcomed us. He
He's a
very
good boy.
opened up his gym for the boys.
He's a good boy.
So he's fighting co-main.
He's fighting Mikey Dahlman. Michael Zarafa, co-main. You got
Dahlman.
Dahlman. Yeah, Dahlman can
Yeah,
fight.
fuck off, Dalman. Dalman's done.
Tell you what, it's Michael Zarafa. You got Nikita Zhu also
Which
fighting in the main.
Geez, do you reckon we'll get one of those UFC when so Mick Zarafa will win and
Yes.
then Nikita
Yes,
wins? Do you
yes.
reckon they'll wheel
They
him
should
back
do.
out for like an in-ring?
If No Limit know what's good, if
Yeah.
you're watching now, maybe do it.
Yeah.
We should get Nikita. We should get a Michael Zarafa in the ring, real stare down, bit of maybe a push and shove, bit of lip.
Mako Shark.
Mm.
I'd love to see Mick Zarafa versus the Zoos.
Just 2-on-1.
No.
No.
Nikita's the first level. beats him.
Video game style.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Could you imagine what that would do?
It's
never going to happen.
Would be hard, but
Never going to happen.
what?
One man, one night, two brothers, one man.
On the one night?
Yep.
Well, that's asking a lot of our man Michael
He
Zarafa,
can do
isn't it?
He's fit. See the fucking put his top up there.
He's got the cheese graters.
We said to him, how's the weight cut going? He goes, how do you reckon?
It's going good, bro.
How do you reckon?
Yeah, you look good.
He reminded me of that guy
Look good.
in the movie Hot Rod.
Andy Samberg.
Yeah, no, but no, it wasn't Sandberg.
The other
The
one.
cheesy guy in the Ferrari that yelled at Babe.
Babe.
He did a weird, they just cut from his face to abs that weren't his abs.
Yeah, that guy.
He went like, how do you think I'm doing? And like, he just cut. That's what it was like.
Or it's like the guy from Step Brothers. Haven't had a carb since 2004.
Same guy.
Different
That's
guy.
what I was thinking of.
He's thinking of fucking Step Brothers. You're saying Hot Rod. It's,
I'm thrown in Hot Rod.
haven't had a carb since
That's what
2004.
But it cuts his face off. It doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's very good.
No.
Well, Zarafa hasn't had a carb in
No,
years.
he hasn't had a carb. He doesn't know what carbs are. to be
KO
honest.
Sports Mako Shark Wednesday ICC Theatre Nikita Zoo main event.
Not only
our
that,
main co-maining
Brock
Zarafa,
Jarvis?
and you got Jarvis.
Got the big Hunkosaurus Rex, Brock Jarvis.
He is a hunk.
He's fighting. Got
Is
the
he a
fucking,
hunk?
got the
Or has he
hair.
just got a body?
Got a good rig. Got the haircut going.
Has his face all right?
I think he's pretty good looking.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got Jazzy Pa.
Oh,
She's
Ju-
on there. She
future
starts off
friend
the
of the
main
pod,
card.
Engage.
Fucking, we love her.
Engage foot 10.
Friend of the pod, John Wayne's daughter.
Oh.
God bless your whole family, I reckon. So if I'm you, anyone out there watching, Coco in the booth,
We'll put
mate,
a link in for the pay-per-view. And
put a link here. You must jump on No Limits this week, August 20, ICC Theatre, mate. It's a huge event. We'll be there. Keep an eye on the socials because we'll be doing all sorts of dog shit. So it'll be good.
Well, I don't think it'd be dog shit. It'd be great shit.
Great shit.
But shout out to Jono for coming on. He had a big day at the pub. He was doing an event. You know,
Love
he
Jono Micallef.
Came in and did a great review.
Great review, great interview.
Compers, they're going to be out there.
Book 10.
Book 10.
I can't wait for fucking UFC Perth.
Also, shout out to our producer and great mate here for a rebrand, a little refresh of the, if you're out there,
Roland
you're
Studios.
looking for a place to get it done. Let's just give him he's a lovely guy.
He's shaking his head, doesn't want the kudos,
Nah,
but
I don't
they've got
care.
a whole new fucking thing going on next door.
Whole
Giant
new thing.
creator studio. Come
Yeah.
in and just anything you could ever
Create.
dream of if you're a creator. So we might do a live here
I've
when
said
Jack
that.
Della fights for the title.
Well, I actually said for the
Well, not for the
Perth,
title, when he
for the
defends
Perth
it.
fight night. Because no one can be fucked
we could
up.
probably do that too, actually, if we don't get over to Perth ourselves.
No one spoke to
It's the
anyone.
day after the grand final, yeah. If Geelong wins the grand
I'll go
final,
straight
will,
through.
will you be there?
I'll come straight through.
I want to see that live on camera. What can go wrong? It could be
Bro, if we win the
the
flag,
last thing you ever do.
having said that, we won the flag in 2022. I was home by like 1 a.m.
Yeah. It's overrated.
It's kind of overrated. You have a few drinks and then you realise you've
Says
actually
the
got...
bloke who hasn't won a flag when he's legally able to drink.
Yeah, no, it's good. No, if we win the
Quite a few
flag,
Pepsis.
I'll come straight through. I won't go to bed. So
But I've spoken to the crew today. There's not many people going.
They're all
that
not
would
going
be
to
on the
Perth,
live
yeah.
stream.
we'll do it in Melbourne. Right. Anyway, we're waffling here.
That's okay.
Thank you to yourself.
Yes.
Thank you to Coco.
I've
Thank you to Kaikara. You're a lovely man. Thank you to Dan Hooker. 1 minute scraps. We'll get him on soon. Talk about that.
now we should.
We should. Anyway, Bloody Roomy.
Who the fuck is that guy?